A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a surprising turn of events, former President Donald Trump has unveiled a 28-point plan aimed at resolving the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, a proposal that has left Kyiv's international allies reeling after nearly 10 months of intricate negotiations. The plan, which appears to align closely with Russia's hardline demands, has raised significant concerns regarding the security assurances Ukraine desperately needs for a sustainable peace. Notably, key European nations including Britain, France, and Germany were not included in the discussions that led to this U.S. proposal. However, they quickly responded by formulating a counteroffer, emphasizing the need for a united European front. As the deadline for an agreement looms, set for Thursday, the pressure has intensified on Ukraine to reach a consensus. By Sunday, a revised European proposal emerged, building upon the U.S. plan but incorporating several critical changes. While the specifics regarding Ukraine's security guarantees remain vague, the new offer opens the door for NATO's involvement in Ukraine's future, a point of contention for Russia, which has been a firm no to NATO's expansion. The European proposal stipulates that Ukraine's potential NATO membership would hinge on a consensus among member states, a consensus that is currently absent. Moreover, NATO has agreed not to station troops permanently in Ukraine during peacetime, contrasting with the U.S. plan that would require Ukraine to constitutionally bind itself against joining NATO and prohibit any NATO peacekeepers on its territory. The European leaders have retained the clause regarding Ukraine's eligibility for EU membership, but have omitted the expectation that Russia would refrain from invading its neighbors. Additionally, they have removed a clause that would nullify security guarantees if Ukraine were to launch a missile towards Moscow or St. Petersburg. The language surrounding Ukraine's reconstruction has also been strengthened, with the new proposal stating that Ukraine must be fully rebuilt and compensated financially, potentially through Russian sovereign assets. Interestingly, the European revision has left out the U.S.'s expectation of receiving profits from an investment program. Another significant change in the European proposal is the cap on Ukraine's military size, which is set at 800,000, aligning with its current strength, rather than the 600,000 suggested in the U.S. plan. The European plan also maintains the U.S. proposals regarding the return of civilian detainees and hostages, as well as a family reunification program. Perhaps most notably, Trump's plan includes a stipulation for Ukraine to hold fresh elections within 100 days of signing an agreement. In contrast, the European proposal allows for more flexibility, stating elections should be held as soon as possible. As the clock ticks down, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky faces mounting pressure following Trump's assertion that he expects Ukraine to agree to a deal by the upcoming Thursday. Trump has indicated that the terms are not set in stone and that the deadline could be extended if progress is observed. Marco Rubio, Trump's Secretary of State, emerged from a meeting with the Ukrainian delegation in Geneva, describing the discussions as the most productive in a long time. He expressed optimism about reaching an agreement, though he provided little detail about the talks. Rubio downplayed the urgency of Trump's deadline, emphasizing that the primary goal is to halt the fighting as soon as possible, suggesting that negotiations could continue beyond the initial deadline. Rubio also acknowledged that any final agreement would still require approval from Moscow, stating, "Obviously, the Russians get a vote here." The European counterproposal, which has been drafted by Britain, France, and Germany, meticulously works through the U.S. plan, suggesting deletions and alterations to ensure that Ukraine's sovereignty is preserved while addressing the complexities of regional security. Key points of the European proposal include a commitment to a total and complete non-aggression agreement between Russia and Ukraine, alongside NATO, aimed at resolving ambiguities that have persisted for the last 3 decades. A dialogue is proposed to address security concerns and foster economic opportunities following the signing of a peace agreement. The proposal also emphasizes robust security guarantees for Ukraine, while outlining conditions for NATO membership that hinge on member consensus. Moreover, the plan includes provisions for NATO to station fighter jets in Poland, reinforcing the alliance's commitment to regional security. The U.S. guarantee, mirroring Article 5, includes stipulations for compensation and consequences for aggression from either side, while also outlining a comprehensive redevelopment package for Ukraine. This package aims to restore and modernize the country's infrastructure, gas facilities, and urban areas impacted by the war, with financial backing from the World Bank. In a bid to reintegrate Russia into the global economy, the proposal discusses phased sanctions relief and the possibility of Russia rejoining the G8, contingent upon its compliance with the terms outlined in the agreement. As the situation unfolds, the world watches closely, aware that the decisions made in the coming days could shape the future of Ukraine and its relationship with both Russia and the West. The stakes are high, and the implications of these negotiations extend far beyond the borders of Ukraine, impacting global security and diplomatic relations for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.